All right.
It was funny. I ran into a bunch of the Wounded Warriors in the lobby, and it's like, oh, it's so weird that we're okay. Gotcha. This all makes sense.
We're now
notice too, a lot of places, doesn't matter what city you're in, if you go out like for a drink or for dinner, you're going to run into veterans. You always end up in the same spot.
Is there this kindred bond, of course?
It's something. The combination of being thirsty and the lack of direction. At least that's in my case.
And speaking of veterans, before we go further, I want to make sure that we recognize some of the groups that are here. We have veterans from the Wounded Warrior Project and their family members. Everybody, please give a big round of applause. And also, we have members of Combat Wounded Veterans of America. Some questions to you. Would all of you who are veterans in the room, because we've got some great ones here, this is so special to have you here, and also family members. If you're a veteran or you're a family member of a veteran, would you please stand so we can all give a big round of applause to you? Would all of you please stand who are veterans or family members of veterans? Like, you know, here you're a guy, you're from Butte, Montana.
Yes.
By the way, I know where Butte, Montana is. You and I didn't even get a chance to talk about this.
You've been to Butte or just know where it is?
I have been to Butte, Montana. And it's a beautiful place.
Great people, great
Green
food.
Hunting.
Oh yeah.
You weren't even planning at first on going into the military. How did this all start?
I didn't plan on the military at all. I decided pretty much in a day that I was going to join the military because I got dumped.
A girl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we do this to you guys.
That's all right. When I got to boot camp, though, it turns out like 95% of the guys were there for the same reason. all volunteer military, they call it. That's not necessarily true.
You run away from the women. That's it.
Yeah, no, I was trying to join them. I wanted to leave town. I always tell people if things are so bad that you can't handle them, just go on an adventure. Mm-hmm. You know, and so the adventure was to join the Marine Corps. So I went to join the Marine Corps, and I learned very early on that sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, because as luck would have it, the Marine recruiter was out to lunch, and the Navy guy was there.
And it's a small office in Montana,
so
right?
The Marine was there, the Navy guy's here, and the only reason I went up to the Navy guy, this is the truth, is I had two friends that were Marines that I grew up with that were 2 years older. Every time they came home, they went to boot camp together. Every time they came home, they looked like Marines. Confident, fit, great uniforms, and they told me something, you know, tongue-in-cheek. They said, you know, the Marine Corps is actually part of the Department of the Navy, just the men's department. The only reason I went over to him was because I said, where's the Marine? You're in the same department, so you're going to know. And he's like, why do you want the Marine? I said, I want to be a sniper. I said, oh, you're good. We have snipers in the Navy. All you need to do is become a SEAL. Kind of brushed over that. And, I didn't know how to swim.
You didn't?
No, and I'm standing in front of him, and I'm like, you know, I'm 19 and I'm kind of naive, but this guy's a professional recruiter. Why is he going to lie to me?
And?
Yeah, he talked me into it.
I know you, but I saw you didn't know what to do, push-ups or pull-ups, or what was it?
No, I couldn't swim.
So. No, but you also were having trouble with what, pull-ups
the pull-ups were difficult, yeah.
Right.
Because I wasn't big, I played college basketball, but not, I mean, it's not as physical as you think. You run, you jump. You learn how to shoot free throws, that's about it. Pull-ups were harder than I thought, but I had 5 months. He gave me the sign now, 5 months you leave, so I had to learn all that stuff in 5 months, and I found out what SEALs were. I read a few of the books. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever, I'll stay positive. I'm still going to go. And I was smart enough to get it in my contract that I get to try out. You know, then I make it or I don't. Then I get 4 years of an adventure, and I come home, and that's it. That's how it started.
Now, you had a brief encounter with the SEAL, because you're a hunter, and your dad's a hunter, right? Yes. And you gave him a chore.
Yes.
Sort of a hunting tour up to the top.
I had a spot where I used to go. He came up like a typical military guy. He never been to Montana, 100-pound ruck. Would just put me off on the side of the road. I'll walk up for a few days and come out with an animal. He didn't. And then I was like, well, this guy's he's a vet. I'll take him up to my spot. Normally I would hike up a mountain 4 or 5 breaks just to be smart about it. But I'm like, well, this guy's a Navy SEAL. I just go the full thing at once. So we went up the whole mountain in one spot. Didn't stop. It was hard on both of us, but we did make it there. We did see elk. Nothing legal to shoot, but we got into them, and he just told me, he's like, you know, walking up a mountain like that, this is probably a good call for you. We do some of that.